Good morning, everyone. I am really tired today. All I really want to do right now is sleep. I really do. Mondays are usually the hardest for me because I work 12-hour shifts the 3 days in a row, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it takes a lot out of me because of the arthritis that I have. And so Mondays is usually the slowest days. Harder for me to move and get going. Sleep is important when you have this problem that I have, this arthritis, because you need to regenerate and refuel. But as an entrepreneur, you don't have, well, you shouldn't take that luxury because you have a business to run. I got up today at 5 to get ready for a team meeting or a team live call with one of our 7 mentor figures. And if you listen to her, she was on fire. She spoke words to me that I needed to hear, and boy, let me tell you, I self-sabotage. Excuse me, I have a piece of cat hair on my yuck. No, anyway, I self-sabotage. I think I do all the right things. I do everything I need to do for my business. But then I realize, oh, I guess maybe I don't. I take too much time probably scrolling, listening to other people, or I don't do enough of the... I'm sorry, I don't mean to be picking at my lip here, but I thought I got the cat hair off, but maybe I do now. I apologize. That's what happens when you have 2 cats, right? You get cat hair. This is one of them. This is my cat, Maddie. She's my little snuggle buddy. Yeah. Oh. She follows me everywhere. My other one's behind me. But yeah, I self-sabotage. And I think I knew that, but sometimes hearing it makes it sink in. I have to push myself to run my business because I want to succeed. I'm going to succeed. I'm going to be that businesswoman that, I see myself as. I'm becoming her. I need to get out of my own way sometimes. I talk about everybody else being in their own way when actually I also do that. But that's because we're comfortable. We stay comfortable even if we're not where we want to be. And I'm not saying that I'm not where I want to be, but I know there's more for me. Like, there's more for you. I had to step out of my comfort zone to get into this high-ticket sales business. It was not easy for me to learn how to do content. It's definitely not easy for me to do these lives. I'm still trying to find my voice. I'm still learning how to become me, what my brand is. My company, Babs, we don't say we sell. We don't say that we are in the service of selling. We are in the service of being in service, if that makes any sense. I think you get the point. But we want to help people. become who they truly are. Become that successful entrepreneur that they know they can be. We have top mentorship here in our company. And I mean top. The person that just gave the live, she makes millions of dollars. You know, she wants to make $500,000 in a few months, every month. That's a lot. But she goes hard on herself. And I also need to work on going harder on myself. Listening to podcasts and audibles. Digging deep within my soul. Learning about who I am. And bringing my voice to you. Networking. Sometimes we hold ourselves back because we don't know exactly how to say what we want to say. Or we overthink how we want to say things. We're afraid that we may push you away. We may offend you and get blocked. Well, if that happens, then I guess that just happens, right? We move forward. But I can't express enough how on fire she was. She was so full of compassion and just this fire about what she does and how she does it, and she ignites us to get out there and get moving. Where do you find that in your other businesses? Do you have that type of mentorship? That camaraderie? And you know, she also made a point too. When we do lives, we're actually looking at ourselves. We are speaking to you, but we're looking at ourselves. So that should make it easier. But sometimes we don't like what we see. And she made that point too. And that's where the personal development comes in at. Getting out of your own way is huge. Letting your voice be spoken and heard is huge. Because deep down you have a voice. You have something that needs to be said. You have wisdom, knowledge that should be shared. You can teach the world the things that you've learned. Because you went through things that no one else has. You can affect people. So let that sink in. Let that be who we see. Charlie Kirk made a statement on one of his videos I saw that we don't have nearly enough entrepreneurs. That's so true. You just have to join the right one. and know which one fits better for you. And for me, joining my company, Babs, is where I'm supposed to be, because it's teaching me how to become me. When you've lived with someone who is toxic, or I should say, for me, I grew up in toxicity. That was kind of a hard word to say. But I grew up in toxicity, and I didn't get to know who I was at a young age. And knowing other people, or learning how other people acted, communicated with each other, was a way for me to just, I had to watch them. I had to observe, because what I learned at home was not what the world was taught. How do I say that? No, take that back. It was, my home life was, when you grow up with a mother who is or has an intellectual disability, you lack a lot of things growing up, right? So then you look upon other people, you see how they interact with each other, just to know or learn how to be a human, how to interact, how to communicate, how other people act. And sometimes what we learn, it's not always that good. I had a hard time knowing who I was, what I was about, what I felt, who I was meant to be at a young age. And that went on all the way through. I married someone toxic. And the person I thought I was before I married him turned out to be, I forgot who I thought I was, if that made any sense. The gaslighting, the manipulation, all through those years, I lost my sense of self. But even then, it was like I didn't know who I was to begin with. So getting out of that relationship, out of all that toxicity, going through healing, little by little, I've learned more about myself. And this entrepreneurship that I'm doing now, the high-ticket sales business, is helping me bring that out. It's healing. It's healing on a whole different level. I have to know deep and down that I'm worth it, just like you do. I struggle every day to keep doing this. It's not that easy, when all you want to do is just relax from having to work so hard outside of the home. But being an entrepreneur takes work. It takes work, and but if you really want something, you're going to work at it. If you want to change your life, you're gonna do it. You just have to get out of your own way. And I'm right there with you. I have to get out of my own way too. I really appreciate the community that I'm in. I really do. Because every time that I need something, I know I can talk to somebody on my team. I have a mentor that I can talk to anytime. And they will guide me into doing what I need to do. So you wouldn't be alone either. I was born to be a leader. I was. And I need to step more into being that leader so I can lead you more efficiently. I'm learning all the time. I'm evolving all the time. I'm becoming her all the time. I don't have to ask for permission to go get coffee. I don't have to ask permission to do anything because I am able to do that on my own without worrying about how much it's going to cost or if my significant other will let me. I am a single mother. And I know what it's like. You're struggling every single day. You've already got that drive to make a better life. Because you get up every single day. You go to work to pay your bills and take care of your kids. You do all the things a good mother would do. But still, there's something inside makes you want more. You get stressed out. Sometimes all you want to do is sleep because you're so tired. It's like, no, not today, world. Not today. Kids, go do what you need to do. But that doesn't work, does it? You're the only one doing all that work. You think that having another person in your life is going to help you with that. To just take some of that burden off. Sometimes you pick the wrong person though. And they add more to your plate than what you need. Let's not do that. Let's just pick yourself up. Realize that you've got that grit, that willingness to grind every day to make a difference in your life and your kids' life, all on your own. And realize there is more for you. You don't need anybody to support you. Because you've got it in here. See, I did things backwards. I did. So I understand needing that support from somebody else. What I didn't realize is that I had it inside me and I just didn't find it. So I made mistakes. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. You can become the entrepreneur even if you don't have experience. You can become an entrepreneur. Speak your truth to people. Speak that. Well, I guess if you can say the words. Speak your, I guess, truth. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sometimes words don't want to come out of my mouth, but, or I say the wrong word and it doesn't make sense, but, you know, that just happens with me. And that's okay. It's okay because we mess up. But when we pick ourselves back up and we start over again, it works each and every time to do that. I think you know what I meant. So I see you. I know your struggles. But I also know your heart. I know you want more. And you deserve more. Your life hasn't been easy. Struggle after struggle. Heartbreak after heartbreak. You work your tail off every single day. And you're still living paycheck to paycheck. You're still feeling comfortable with that $20 in your account, or however much you have in there right now. You're comfortable because you're not completely broke. But you're not living the life you want. You know you can have more. You know you're meant for more. September 18th. There I go again. September 17th and 18th. Season of Wealth Masterclass. It's going to be on Zoom. This will be fire. You're going to love it. The mentor that just gave us a good mentoring, she'll be there. And you're going to witness how she speaks with conviction and love all at the same time. She's bold, beautiful, and she knows how to speak to your heart because she too has gone through a hard life. But she now makes $1 million in her business as being an entrepreneur. This business that I'm in, we come from all walks of life, with all experiences. We all have our own little branding. But we have the same blueprint on how this business works. Because it does work. and you're taught everything you need to know about running a business. Honestly, last year, at this time, I didn't think I would be talking about me having a business. It's something I wanted, I thought about, but here I am, a year later, not having graduated from college, but already doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people. I wanted to teach people. I wanted to share my voice, my wisdom online and make money. Psychology and clinical counseling is what I was taking. And I learned a lot about psychology and counseling. And let me tell you, I'm glad I did. But I was devastated when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to afford to finish college. Because something with me is, when I start having a goal, I feel I need to finish it. Otherwise, I feel like a failure. I've started things in my past, and I just haven't been able to finish it. And I needed to finish it for my own self-esteem, knowing that I did this. Also, I wanted to prove a point to everybody else that I was smart, or I am smart, I am capable, I am worthy, and I don't need anybody else to say that, because I've been put down several times my entire life, more times than I can even count. Kids are mean. I think they're gotten meaner now in this day and age than they were when I was young. But bullying was back then, happened back then as it is, well, it still happens now. But back then, we didn't have to worry about school shootings. Not at all. Things have changed so much. It's really changed so much. The safety of our children worry us every single day. It did back then, but I can't imagine what you feel sending your kids off to school now, worrying about active shooters, wondering if they're going to come home. It's so devastating to think that you could lose your child from another kid shooting them in school. Where has our humanity gone? We've lost touch with who we're all meant to be. The enemy sure has been attacking us, hasn't he? Hasn't he, she, whoever the enemy is, in your belief? But we don't have to let that happen. Parents are afraid to punish their kids now. But punishment isn't a bad thing, because God punishes too. kids are supposed to listen to their children. What did I just say? Wow, kids are not supposed to listen to kids are supposed to listen to their parents. Oh my goodness. See what I mean when I say about saying the wrong thing? Kids are supposed to listen to their kids. No. And you know what? You have to laugh at yourself too when you mess up like this. It just proves that I'm human, guys. I mean, I'm not no robot. Anyway, kids are supposed to listen to their parents. Wow. All right. You know what? I think that means I need to cut this off. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just going to call it there. Hope that gave you a good laugh. September 17th and 18th. Season of Wealth. Just give me your email. You know, I'll get you registered and you'll learn everything about what I do. Oh, gosh. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have prizes given away. I will probably be back on here later on today. Hopefully I won't make a fool out of myself. But, you know, if you do, just laugh. Laugh with me because, hey, we're human, right? Oh, God. Have a great day. Bye.